Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be going over some of the patch notes here to start things off. And then we'll go ahead and swap over and get the game going and everything. But I'm a big nerd and a dork, and I like to go over the patch notes. Uh, so here we are, Season 5 is here! The Marvel Rivals universe is more dynamic than ever, with new powers awakening, alliances shifting, and rivalries burning hotter than a phoenix's flame. Every hero faces a new challenge. Will you rise to the occasion or feel the heat of the Nerf hammer? Oh man, the way they flavor these patch notes is always funny. Let's break down who's getting powered up and who needs to recalibrate their strategy. The fact they're referencing Phoenix, I'm wondering if they're going to buff for Nerford, if that's the case. And hold on, what is going on with my eye? Do I need to reset my tracking again? Yeah, no. It looked weird on that stream, but then I look over here and it looks fine, so I don't know. Well, I don't know. Anyway, back to patch notes. Vanguard! Angela, the Hand of Heaven sharpens her edge, bringing even slightly greater threat to the battlefield. Increased movement speed of Assassin Shard's accelerated dash state from 16 meters per second to 18 meters per second. Okay, so faster zoomies. Increase Heaven's Retribution ultimate ability spear health from 600 to 800. That's gonna be annoying. Because it was already annoying enough trying to get your teammates to shoot the thing and get it down, right, so you can move again, but the fact that it increases health, that's going to make it even more difficult for that to happen. Captain America, Steve Rogers steps up as the ultimate team player. Freedom Charge, ultimate ability. New effect. Allies within its path gain 30% boost to ultimate energy charge. That is crazy. Cap is actually going to see a lot more play just because of that. Like, the fact that it was already like kind of a what people call a diet support ultimate because it already had healing effects, but now it's going to make the other actual support ultimates charge faster. That's crazy. That's going to be nuts. Hulk, the Green Goliath's protection game goes Gamma. Gamma Burst, new effect. Each direct hit reduces indestructible guard cooldown by 1 second. Isn't Gamma Burst his clap? So, like, yeah, every time you get a clap, well, I think the clap pierces, so, like, that's kind of crazy, right? Huh. Okay, so Magneto amplifies his shield and frequency for both self and allies, basically reverting it back to what it was, probably. I'll read for it, but a while back they changed that to where he couldn't shield as frequently, he was still good. But then, like, if they're basically just saying they're gonna change it back, it's gonna be funny. Separate the cooldown of Metal Bulwark and Iron Bulwark. Now activating one won't send the other. Oh, he's got 2 bubbles now. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, but they reduced the shield value. Okay, so there's a bit of a nerf there, but the fact that you don't have to share 1 bubble cooldown is more like Zarya where she has 2 bubbles in Overwatch. That's going to be huge, because then you can, like, rotate your bubbles effectively, and that's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Penny. Spider's pilot takes teamwork to the next level. Allies and Penny Parker's cyberwebs now receive the same healing overtime and movement boost effects as her. Movement boost for allies is 25%. Healing is 15 per second. Ally excess healing converts into bonus health. This is going to be crazy. So you basically now have Penny being a bit of a hybrid that is a support and a tank. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Because if she's just going to be taking a ton of damage and healing the team, that's going to be interesting, but she still has, like, a critical weakness of you just sniper in her nest and she's done for. But this basically makes Penny the most insane anti-dive character now in the tank category, in my opinion. Because, like, even more than, I don't want to say even more than Emma, because they're a lot to see, but, like, the fact that, like, you can just set up this area that they can't come in, all your teammates have bonus health, so they're not going to die if they do manage to get dived on, and you're healing them, like, it's going to be crazy. Ben Grimm doubles down on defense and offense, and Battle Leap, remove damage reduction from single leap target, now grants 20% damage reduction to all allies within a landing point, reduce damage reduction from self to 25 to 20. Okay, so, like, whenever you're leaping to basically anybody in your team, if they're grouped up, they're all going to get a damage reduction. So that's, like, a huge buff for him, I feel like. Battle Blitz. Remove damage reduction from self. Now applies 20% vulnerability to all enemies within his landing point. That's interesting. So now they'll take more damage if you leap to the enemy. Huh. Reduce Stone Haymaker base damage from 90 to 55. Oh, and remove 50 bonus health gain during the ability activation. Damn, that kind of sucks. Well, okay, there's a new effect though. Let's see if it balances out. I kind of doubt it. New effect. Deal bonus damage equal 8% of enemies' max health per hit. So it'll be more effective against enemy tanks, but yeah, gain bonus health equal to damage dealt up to 100. So they're gonna make him like brawl better against enemy tanks. But you can't really use him as effectively probably on like squishier targets. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know if I like that change or not. We'll have to see. Okay, so Duelist, Hawkeye. Clint's precision packs a slightly bigger punch. Increase Archer's focus maximum bonus damage from 75 to 90. Why did they keep buffing this guy? Nobody plays him anymore. I don't know why. Probably because he's difficult, but the fact that he could already just, like, one-shot you from anywhere was already bad enough, and they're like, hey, let's make him where he can one-shot you even more. It's like, oh, God, why? Why? Okay. Reed Richards gets even stretchier and tougher. Reflexive rubber can now be used during inflated state after reaching 100 elasticity. Huh. Move 350 bonus health on entering an inflated state. Now gain 350 maximum health and a one-time heal of 350, which is removed upon exiting the inflated state. That's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, Phoenix. Jean Grey's Cosmic Fire burns brighter. So actually buff Phoenix. I was afraid they're gonna nerf her again. Cosmic Flames maximum fall off at 30 meters from 60 to 75. Okay, so they're gonna make it to where she can actually deal more damage from longer ranges, which I think is good, because like she can deal with flyers, but it's a bit more difficult. So being able to actually effectively poke them down easier would be nice. Spider-Man! Actually, I got nerf Spider-Man. Did I fulfill the nerf Genji prophecy? Peter Parker's web sling offense gets a slight lift. Oh, it's actually getting higher. Nice. Reduce the web cluster energize time from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Okay. Increase amazing combo damage from 60 to 70. I don't know if that's going to give him his, like, one-shot back. This little damage off here, because I'm not a Spider-Man main. I don't know if that'll be enough. But making it to where he can actually, like, recharge his webbing faster is good. Squirrel Girl. Dorian's nutty offense gets a boost. From 100 to 110 on the acorn damage. I think it was 110 before they nerfed it. Like, they nerfed it last patch, right? I think it was 110 before, and they reduced it to 100. Squirrel Girl players ride it, and I guess that's back to 110. Okay. So, Storm. Aurora empowers her allies with even greater force. Increase weather control. Thunder's damage boost to allies from 10 to 12. Okay, nice. Increase Goddess boost. Thunder damage is boost to allies from 12 to 15 whenever you do the damage, the like empowerment boost. That's gonna be interesting. The Punisher. Frank Castle loses his team up anchor bonus, but gains raw power. Increase base health from 275 to 300, so it's gonna be a bit more tanky. And adjust adjudication. How do you say that word? Adjudication. Okay, there we go. Maximum fall off at 40 meters from 70 to 85, so it's going to be dealing more damage at range, which is kind of crazy. Increase pellets fired per deliverance now, 14, 16, so his shotgun's got more pellets. Okay. Wolverine, the bane of every tank player's existence. Logan's claws get deadlier, especially against vanguards. Even more so, the bane of tank's existence. Increase Savage Claw's percentage damage for each point of rage up from 0.0545 to 0.057. Okay. Increase Vicious Rampage's percentage damage for each point of rage from 0.045 to 0.057. Okay. Reduce Feral Leap cooldown. Oh boy. He's gonna be snatching tanks left and right now from 15 seconds to 12 seconds. Oh no. Strategist, Adam Warlock. Adam's cost control and ultimate impact are enhanced. Increase soul flight speed from 6 meters per second to 12 meters per second. So he's going to be able to reposition to get his body back basically more effectively. So that's interesting. Reduced karmic revival energy cost from 4,700 to 4,500. Increased ally detection radius from 30 meters to 35 meters. That's interesting. So it's got a wider AoE it can actually res people out of, and he's gonna get it faster. And if you combine that with now the new Cap ult to make everybody get their ultimate faster, it's gonna be crazy. I think Cap's gonna become a solid secondary tank. You're still probably gonna want like a primary tank, like Mag or Emma or Strange, like a shield tank is your primary tank. But I think the Cap stocks are up. Like he's gonna see a lot more play this patch simply for the fact that charging ultimates faster is gonna be very powerful. So Cloak and Dagger, the dynamic duo's durability increases. Increase base health from 250 to 275. Okay, so they a little bit harder to kill. Invisible Woman, Susan Storm's power and survivability up. Increase orb projection hit damage from 25 to 30. Projectile maximum range from 30 to 35, and projectile speed from 120 meters per second to 150 meters per second. Okay, so just overall her slow orb is getting a buff there. Increased force physics length from 30 to 35, so you can push and pull people from closer away. Guardian Shield new effect. If no Guardian Shield is present, pressing the recall key now deploys a shield in front. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was the one thing that always sucked about the Guardian Shield, is you could not deploy it on yourself. So, like, if you wanted to get healing from your shield or protection from your shield, you had to be, like, right next to a teammate, deploy the shield, and kind of, like, stand there awkwardly while your teammate keeps walking. But now, you can actually just deploy it on yourself and get the healing and protection from it. That is so nice. Oh, thank you. Since Invisible Woman's, like, my main support I play, thank you, Netties. Thank you so much. The Trickster God, Loki, gets trickier and tougher. Increased base health from 250 to 275. Okay. Does mystical missiles damage fall off from 3 meters from 50 to 80%. New effect now heals directly hit allies for an extra 10 health. Okay. So he's got more health, and his healing is a little bit better. Okay. Rocket support and firepower are slightly tuned up. Reduce BRB cooldown from 45 to 40, okay. Increase repair mode maximum count from 5 to 7, and projectile speed from 60 meters per second to 80 meters per second. Increase bombard mode projectile speed from 150 meters per second to 180 meters per second. So yeah, they're basically increasing his primary fire, and BRB is going to be on a faster cooldown, which is both solid buffs. So team abilities: Blade of Khonshu, Moonlight and Blade, Moonlit Vengeance meets Vampiric Fury. This team up is slashing through the night with even sharper energy. As the team up anchor, Moon Knight gains 5% boost in damage output. Blade gains the Eclipse Edge ability through his team up window with Moon Knight. Okay, Explosive Entanglement, Gambit, and Magneto. Deal the cards, bend the metal. That's an interesting line there. This partnership is stacking the deck in Gambit's favor. As team up anchor, Gambit gains 5% increase to all healing effects, which is gonna be crazy on his release. Magneto receives the Royal Blade ability through his team up with Gambit. That one looks interesting because it's sort of similar to the old Blade ability we got with Scarlet Witch in like season 1 and 2. It was a while back. But that everyone kind of loved. It was like the only good thing about playing with a Scarlet Witch. You're like, oh yeah, I just go mag and I get this big fuck off sword that does a lot of damage. Okay, so sword duality, cloak, dagger, Hawkeye, light, shadow, and a little sharpshooting. They're ready to strike from every angle. Hawkeye unlocks the new moonlit slash ability through his team of cloak and dagger. I think it's one that deals healing as well, right? Wait, wasn't there one that also showed with Black Widow, I thought, in the trailer? Hawkeye's getting ice out. Hawkeye loses the ice arrow. Good, he didn't need it. Light's gone out on his team up for Moon Knight and Blade. Lunar Force team up has been removed. Yeah, I mean, Moon Knight now is getting a team up with Blade, so they don't need the CMD anymore. Frost out like Magneto. Magneto no longer gets a thing from Frost. That's fine. He'll be fine without it. Punisher and Black Widow. Yeah, they aren't doing that team up anymore. And here we go. Primal Flame, Phoenix, Wolverine / Black Widow. So they did. So they basically added her to this. So Wolverine still gets his lifesteal team up with Phoenix, but now Black Widow is also going to get a team up with Phoenix. Okay. Bit more firepower. Black Widow gains new Phoenix sniper ability through her team up with Phoenix. I still think that's not going to fix some of the issues that Widow has, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Overall, I think this is gonna be a crazy patch. The dive stocks are really down, at least for dive DPS. Like, dive tanks, like Angela, Cap, Hulk, you're eating good, right? And I'm even the thing, they might be slowly kind of converting him more into being a dive tank. But then at the same token, you have this new penny change, which I don't know how that's gonna do. Like, overall, if you were a tank or a support player, this is your patch, brother. Like, they did some adjustments to some DPS, but they seem like slight buffs in comparison to the stuff that strategists and tanks are getting, and vanguards. They're getting a lot better stuff. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.